G'day. What if emotions could be the key to unlocking creativity? Back in the storeroom again, dropping a bag off from the trip to Bali last week and picking up another bag for the trip to Singapore tomorrow for a couple of days. And I was reading an article on Medium yesterday from a guy called Cole Schaefer. And the title of that article was Write Drunk, Edit Sober. And that's a quote that's been attributed falsely to Ernest Hemingway, but was in fact uttered by another author called Peter de Vries, I think was his name. And the article basically explores the fact that so many of these greatest writers and authors over the course of history have actually been terrible alcoholics. And their reliance on getting, I guess, into an altered state in a way to try and unlock that creativity. But then when it comes time to edit and actually finally publish, that's when you should maybe come to it with a more sober mind, if you like. And the same, I think, holds true for many creators, whether they are musicians or whether they are artists. A lot of them end up, being alcoholics or being drug addicts, or basically needing to find themselves in an altered state to be their most creative. And I wondered if, from a business perspective, if the best time to be making creative decisions and try to adopt a more innovative approach to your business is when there's a raw emotion. Similar to the kind of, I guess, biological feelings maybe that happen inside you when you're in an altered state. When you're emotional, when the feelings are really bubbling up, when you've just had a massive failure, when you've just had a big loss, when you've just missed that bonus, maybe that's the time to think about what crazy things you should put in place to innovate for the future. You don't necessarily act on it at that time, but that's the time when the emotion is so raw. And so when those emotions are raw, maybe, just like the author and the artist who needs to be drunk to create a good book, as some of these geniuses have been, maybe that's when your genius can really shine out, when you are rawly emotionally charged. So think about that next time you have a real emotional or angered or agitated or happy, even emotionally happy, like extremely exalted happiness. Maybe that's the time when you should be thinking about those creative challenges and roadblocks that you've come up against. Just a thought. Maybe it's that emotional state that could really unlock that creativity. Alrighty, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. I will be back again tomorrow from Singapore. Bye for now.